Been so long. We're going back home. I want to know what's been happening with the War of Succession. They did say it was like coming to an end or something like that last time, so I'm curious if it's about that. Unlike Rabon, politics is not my cup of tea. While you and the commander attend the council, I will attend to some business of my own. My thanks for coming, Leoki. When you are ready, speak with the conjurer yonder. She will show us to the lotus stand. Let's go. Yay, everyone's here.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
Uh-oh. What happened?
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Oh, man.
Who?
Who won? What? I want to know who won. Oh, okay.
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
I just want the answer. This the new emperor?
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
Solus Galvus. No more. There is a new emperor. That's some big armor. You are not wrong. Spikes are bigger than his head.
'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Maybe he doesn't need to. Just sits on his throne 24/7.
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his uncle.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
Varus. Is that this guy? The Sith are back, oh no. Mark to the Empire.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
And then they're coming for us again, right?
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
Yep.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartano dispute for the present and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
It'll be harder than it sounds. They've not been budging yet. Did Alphino or I speak that entire time? Just like listening in.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it.
Let's hope.
If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming. So long as the ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
Uh-huh. Hey, the chin scratches. Alright, there is a new emperor. Will not have escaped your notice that the nations of Eorzea are no nearer to being of one purpose, despite our protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this? Deep-rooted mistrust amongst the citizenry. Nations' leaders can come to all the understandings they like. Their unity means little unless to the common folk. Take the Lominsons, for instance. Though Admiral Merwib outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling wooden-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gridanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees, and the Uldans scored as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Uldan society, Telegia Delegi, for example. That is beside the point. Fact is that people are wary of outsiders whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could argue that the conflict at Cartano is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing. Let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the observatorium, Captain Ilbert has further shortened his list of suspects. By happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate has lately come to Gridania. The hunt nears its end, Leoki. All that remains is to corner our quarry. Seek out Ilbert near the Adder's Nest. He will give you the particulars. Should there be any developments in Kurthus, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. Alright. Let's get ourselves an Ivy. We got spies, we got wars of succession, infighting. All this work we've done, still so much to do. My thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Hi, Luna. You're on the keyboard. Oh, I need that. We are on a Luna break. She has claimed the keyboard. Pele! Stop doing that. What was I doing? Alright, we got a new chest piece. I think we might be able to use this now. Hey, there we go. We have a new outfit. Still have the eye patch somehow. We have the ninja outfit we can use. It's like the rogue one from that we were looking at earlier. It's a little wild. I don't know if I don't think I like it more than the other one, but something different. If you don't like it, we can change back to something else, but we just got gear strong enough to be able to use it, so wanted to show it off. Listen well, the spy we've been seeking all this time is none other than Flame Marshal Eileen Rollier, Rabon's second in command. Prior to joining the Immortal Flames, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skill with a polearm had to be seen to be believed. Of Ishgardian birth, she is the highest-ranking foreigner in the Immortal Flames, barring the Flame General himself, of course. When he formed the Grand Company, Rabon chose people based on their worth. Whence they hailed was of no interest. The Monetarists saw things differently, however. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for high-ranking positions. 'Twas no secret they did not favor foreigners, Ishgardians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook the Alliance. Yet the Monetarists did not raise so much as a murmur of protest when Rollier was appointed to her post. Passing strange, is it not? Could it be that the Ivy has some hold over the Monetarists? Wow, we both knew to duck. How about that? So what's the plan? But these revelations are secondary to our current mission. Of foremost interest to us is Rollier's presence here now. As you may be aware, it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flames in the absence of the Flame General, while Rabon attended the Council of Alliance Leaders. She should have remained in the Hall of Flames. The woman has no business being in Gridania, yet here she is nonetheless, on some pretense. She is up to something, mark my words. Even as we speak, I have a dozen men trawling the Flames' records for evidence of Rollier's guilt. If we catch her red-handed, we shall have all the proof we need. Which brings me to the plan. I have people watching the city gates, the airship landing, and the docks. Every point of egress. She cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shadow her until she betrays her true purpose. Can I rely upon your eyes, Scion? Uh-huh. You have my thanks. Let us go, then, and take care not to alert our quarry. Hi, Luna. You are being awfully sweet this week. Alright. I just run past a giant bunny. Royer is headed in the direction of the Blue Badger Gate. With me, Scion. Okay. Hey, So, Royer has entered the Carline canopy. Meeting someone, perchance. Could she means to board an airship? Pray, look for her within. If she's not on the upper floor, try the landing area below. One of mine is stationed there, and she may have seen something. Ephemy is her name. I shall remain here in case Royer reappears. Not up here. Not down here. Leoki Oshafern, such an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? A social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. I've noted every passenger, and none bore any resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you. Interesting. Where are you at? Still not up here. Nowhere to be seen, you say? You are sure she did not board an airship? She did not come back out, either. Where in the seven hells could she have gone? The roost! How could I forget? Greetings, good sir. Might I interest you in some Moitu tonic? Cup a day imbues a man with great vigor. If you take my meaning, haha. You're making Luna scared. Perhaps another time, friend. Wait. That necklace. You are a shinobi of Doma. The woman you seek has left Gridania by way of West Shore Pier. She was attired as a merchant. These eyes are not so easily deceived. You may wish to take your search to the East Shroud. Rest assured that we shall continue to support you from the shadows. I think the 12 for the Domans. Were it not for their unique talents, Royer would have disappeared without a trace. Oh, we didn't fully lose the trail. Our hunt leads us to the East Shroud, Scion. I suggest we follow Royer's example and take the ferry from West Shore Pier. You'll doubtless wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I shall wait for you at Sweet Bloom Pier. And we'll just teleport there. Dun, 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 dun. This is not what I expected we would be doing today. Raggedy Clone Trooper vibes? Wait, I don't remember. Aren't Clone Troopers like Stormtroopers? Or maybe there's an outfit I'm not thinking of. It's definitely raggedy. That part I will give you. This way, my friends. Oh, white armor. Okay. Yeah, I see it. Your quarry makes for the Hawthorne Hut. If Royer is truly the one we seek, we can expect that she means to make contact with the Garlean masters there. An explanation is in order. You're no doubt aware that the Garleans have their own method of communicating over great distances. Well, our ingenious friends at Garland Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications, and we have installed them around the city-states. In so doing, we've made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Royer would thus have no choice but to rendezvous with her Imperial contact directly. Yet as a well-known face in the Immortal Flame, she cannot move about Thanalan without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. is for this reason I believe that she chose the Black Shroud for a clandestine meeting. Elizan are come in sight here, and your comings and goings are not like to turn any heads. As my scouts tell it, the Garlands have sent agents with a mind to destroy the devices to render such direct contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have thus far been successful in rebuffing their efforts. This is it. We need only make for Hawthorne's hut and catch Royer in the act. Uh-huh. White cloth bandages wrapped over black cloth. Yeah, it's like a really bad cosplay of a clone trooper. It's like couldn't actually get armor, so just made some cloth scraps thrown together. Let's do it. My people report that our quarry has departed for the Bramble Patch. Ivy returns to the Gnarls whence she came. Perhaps it is all for the better. To convict someone of her standing, we will require damning evidence against her. What could be better than to catch her in the act when she meets with her Garlean masters? My countrymen and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friends. We've got you cornered now. Maybe. Kind of just along for the ride. Just beyond Royer is in conversation with an individual clad in the manner of an adventurer. An imperial intermediary, no doubt. This is it. With me. Uh-huh. Let's go. Dum, 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 dum. Flame Marshal Elaine Royer, you are under arrest for treason and espionage. You are followed, you bloody fool. Nice escape attempt. Damnation. Okay. Are they with us? They look like Shinobi, but wasn't totally sure. You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely garbed for battle. But if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. What is the meaning of this, Captain? Did you arrest me for strolling in the Twelveswood? And last I looked, that was no crime, and neither was conversing with passing strangers. You would feign ignorance, then. Very well. If you do think of something to say, there'll be plenty of time to say it later. Now come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had. I will offer you no struggle. After all, I have naught to hide. Did we do it? That almost seemed too easy. Even a warrior of Royer's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. With the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap then the people of Ul'dah will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. If I may ask, what will you do now, Ryoki? Sleep. Oh, or that. So the Scions seek a way into Iceheart's sanctum? Then I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray do not let me keep you. Fear not, my countrymen and I shall tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. And speaking of talents, you've been training in the art of the shinobi, have you not? The change in your bearing is quite evident, to me at least. I look forward to seeing you in action. Till next time, my friend. Hey, she noticed we're also a ninja. Ninja friends. Till the end. I want to deal with Ice Nose. If you don't like the other outfit, we could go with this more ninja-like one. This one's kind of fun too. Both work. Or we can just stick with the starting outfit. That one is really good, to be honest. Welcome back, Ryuki. I understand that Alfino had a task for you. May I ask what it was? Charges of treason and espionage against Elaine Royer. I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? No, it avails us not to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust to the authorities to uncover it. Let us speak of another matter. I am pleased to report that we've made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. I don't know. That still felt too easy. I don't know. Something feels a little off. As you may recall, Iceheart used the Aetheryte in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west, most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect she means to summon Shiva using the crystals she stole from the House Fortin caravan. The heretics believe that they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint. Luna, gotta be careful, girl. Don't want you to fall. Okay. Let it go. The heretics believe they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint, but if, as we suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by the beast tribes, it seems likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice it to say, they must be stopped. Stop them we shall. But first, we must surmount the obstacle that Iceheart has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into an established Aethernet and thereby follow our query. However, despite our best efforts, we have been unable to ascertain the position of the Aetheryte to which she teleported. Our prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second Aetheryte upon arrival, a reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Urianger, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution. Which is why we have called upon the aid of one who does possess such expertise. A colleague of ours who's currently en route to Revenant's Toll from Charlian. She should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you are here, mayhap we could welcome her together? I am certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let us make our way to the northern gates and await her coming. New person! More Charlians! Do. And Philia's back in her normal outfit. I actually liked her winter coat. It was really cute. happy music. Where are you going, Luna? Where's Luna going? Who dat? Wait, that looks like Ice Heart's outfit. Wait, stop doing that, please.
Minfilia, am I right?
Oh, voiced. Wow. It's another
None
Archon.
other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Sharlayan scholar and an authority on aetherite technologies.
Oh, Moonbreeder.
She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
How about that?
Charmed, I'm sure.
Yay. More friends. For an outpost in the aether-rich wasteland, this place is a good deal livelier than I expected. Just goes to show that you never know until you know. Let us return to the Rising Stones at once, then. We have much to discuss. Moonbreeder. Are you awake? Is Pele awake?
Moon! Gods, it's been ages!
They all know each other.
Oh, longer, sister.
She's so tall.
Joyous reunion indeed.
I didn't realize she was
Well,
so
of
tall.
course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Oh, poor Ida. Papa Limo just throwing out the burns.
Everyone, if I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Really? White aura
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
Nom 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 nom.
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits,
Aww. Orianche.
and nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Yeah, I really like her hair and her outfit. It's really cool.
Oriange, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Aww. Like nobody
Yeah,
treats
unhand me.
Orianche like that. Fancy orange.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Orianche.
Go on.
What is happening?
Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
My goodness. Voyage, why?
You still haven't found it then, your missing aetherite?
We have not. No.
We got serious.
We know
Real
that
quick.
Iceheart teleported to an aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate the second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
Ooh.
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the aetherite.
Oh, that was us. Never mind. Uh-huh.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon.
Sure.
As you know, aetherites
sure
are a
that's
bit
simple.
like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate. However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
Wow, she's so smart.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process.
What?
They, however, did not have wide aura sight at their disposal.
Not
I can use it
reassuring.
to channel all the ether you can give me into the aetherite. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently
Right.
give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
Though it risked the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options.
Here's our best option. Everyone that's
If
ever
the
tried it
ethereal
has
current
died.
still flows, we shall
we'll do
carry
it
out
anyway.
Moonbreeder's plan.
Basically what's happening.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
Alright, let's do it. She is definitely ambitious. It's also really cute that she's so close with Urianger. He feels so distant sometimes. I've already informed Alfino of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner Moonbreeder described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet with you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting for you there when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done on our behalf, Ryuki. But I have faith you will return to us, as you always have. Alright. Did you want to be wrapping up anytime soon? No, you said you didn't have to be up early, but didn't know. Maybe wrap up around like 10 minutes? Oh, okay. If you want to keep going, I'm actually feeling really good right now. So, yeah, whenever you are ready or start feeling tired, let me know. Forgot how long some of this patch stuff was. I don't know. I think it's been okay. The pacing has been really weird at some points. Like, a lot of people say this is some of the worst questing in the game, so I feel like it's been good if this is the worst that it gets, honestly. This hasn't been that tedious, even though some of the IV stuff was a little long. But stuff is actually happening. Trust in the power of White Auracite, Ryuki, and in me, of course. Good to see you, Ryuki. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Captain Ilbert sends his regards, by the way. He attends to the interrogation of Elaine Royer in Oda, even as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for us at the 8th rank. After you, Scion. Alright. Who's gonna go first? There. It's ready. Did it work? Ha! It worked, I think. Try tuning to the aetherite now. Feel for the current. Try to locate the beacon. Uh-huh. Sounded like it worked. We've done all we can, Ryuki. For now, let us withdraw. Dude, she's so tall. She's like 2.5 Alfinos. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we've created. If, by the grace of the 12, you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. Ice Nose. We're gonna be Ice Nose. We cannot ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual. If she succeeds, you have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, you cannot say if your own strength will suffice. So I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Moonbreeda's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message for you from Sir Emmerich. Sir Emmerich regrets that he could not be here in person and asks that I read to you this letter. Ahem. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat, yet in our hour of need it is not her knights who stand poised to defend her. The Yoki Oshafan, the warrior of light, savior of Eorzea, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service to a greater cause. May Halone bless you with good fortune and see you safely home. It's unlocked! The Akafa Amphitheater. In we go. Ready? Big moment. Let's go. How are you feeling? Not getting worse, I hope. Hopefully you'll be able to sleep tonight. I feel like that's the worst, is like when I'm sick or not feeling well, like it's so distracting that you can't sleep and you're just really miserable. It's so fast. I should have just made this character on my normal server. We would have literally saved hours at this point. Let's go. Ice Nose! We found you.
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace. A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down.
Let's go!
We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance. Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
Turned into the primal. It's Final Fantasy 16. Oh man, we're fighting Shiva. Chorus, my brothers. Soldiers. the hatreds that consume you. Got frozen. And scalpel. Yay! It's easy. Yay! She's back to human form.
Fool. Blind, bloody fool. You, of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Mine is the righteous cause. You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers. And they are no less ignorant than you, following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation, and blind to the truth. Warrior of light, redemption is not beyond us. We who walk before may lead those who walk after.
Okay.
Seek the keeper of the lake. See with eyes unclouded.
Keeper of the lake.
Do not squander Mother's gift.
Heidelin?
Hear. Feel.
What?
Think.
What? Really? I don't think she's Heidelin, but I think that probably means she has the echo, and Heidelin says that.
And so the vessel withdraws.
And the
A
Ascians are here.
predictable outcome. Nevertheless,
happening?
La Habrea will be pleased.
I'm done with
How
La Habrea.
unfortunate.
Get out of here. And another new Ascian. Seems like a underling to La Habrea. Well, that was a lot. Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't die. I thought she was sacrificing herself to summon Shiva, like that fish person did for Leviathan. 'Cause he definitely didn't survive that summoning. So, curious how that works. But yeah, also, Yeah, I don't know how they were running around that ground fighting each other. It seemed very dangerous. Just tripping and falling all over the place, slipping on ice. Could have been bad. Okay. So Iceheart definitely has some connection with Hydaelyn. And the Ascians are still watching us and expected that. Well, that is interesting. By the 12, you're alive. I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? I beat Shiva. Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that, are you? Dravanians are skilled with glamours, after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. No, fair enough. I was only asking. She remains unconvinced we haven't had a head injury. If you ask me, there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the Rising Stones, eh? I'll get everyone to meet us there. Ah, but before that, you had best pay a visit to Whitebrim Front and speak with Alphino. He's probably worried sick about you. That, or he's busy playing up politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision? Oh, no reason. See you again soon. Can't believe Iceheart just hit us with the feel think. Has been a long time. We're overdue for our quota of hear feel thinks. They are in short supply. There he is, and none the worse for wear. Was there ever any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? I think I speak for us all when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. Well, she transformed, and then I beat her, and then she transformed back, and then she left anyway. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning. But not too late to prevent further loss of life, an outcome worthy of celebration. Right? Out for tiny Alphino. That's our army commander, little 16-year-old kid, half the size of everyone else. And one for which we have Leoki to thank. Yes, you are right, of course, Sir Emmerich. We should be content with what we have accomplished. Uh-huh. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there is the matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillamont, is the caravan ready? Supplies that your men recovered have been prepared for transport in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Toll. Of that I have no doubt. Hi, Pele. How you doing, baby? Thank you. I take it these are the self-same supplies the heretics stole from the House Fortemps caravan? Less the crystals, which comprise the bulk of this shipment, yes. Scarcely a fraction of what was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause, all the same. Ah, on an unrelated note, Leoki, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? It's not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. Took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. Okay. Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him. Who is it? Oh, poor Chiffon. Aw, he was worried about us. That's so cute. Had to have 6 knights restrain him. Man. Poor Chiffon really wanted to go help. And Luna's still here. She always sits so intently behind me. Kind of feel bad. She always looks like she's like just waiting for me to turn around. What were you thinking, Leoki? Wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well she could have sufficient forewarning to complete a ritual to summon Shiva anyway. And then engaging in that abomination in mortal combat. By the fury, Leoki, 'tis the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. Would that I had been there to fight by your side. Yet here I am forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. I would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. But you are here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Amric wished to have words with you and Master Alfino in private. He awaits us in the intercessory. Uh-huh. Let's go. How do I get there again? Greetings, sir. I shall show you in at once.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Yeah, it's almost like being in an alliance.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Natalan.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy.
Let's go.
You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
Okay.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
Hi, Pippi.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
Yay.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We, too, have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard-Zoma could return?
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
Okay.
But of course, You sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Ooh.
Choose your next words carefully.
Oh.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am. Now, why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learnt to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget. One born of necessity.
We're still helping,
The dragons
I guess.
grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service.
We got a name.
Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you.
Okay.
Which reminds me, Lord Orchefort, if you would be so kind.
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem.
We're kind of getting there.
The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
I pay.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
Yay, thanks, Horsefont. We're kind of getting there. One step forward. We're talking to Ishgard. Got Sir Emmerich on our side. Lord Horsefont on our side. It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent. It necessitates a complete reappraisal of the primal threat and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Garlean Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine, then, if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but her civilized people as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Leoki. It's better that we continue this conversation in Mordana. Still good. We're almost at the end of 2.4. You can still stop at any point, but the cats. I have 2 cats staring into my soul right now. They're not used to me being up this late on a weeknight.